who is going to go on from the playoffs and win the entire series. For those that are tuning in, my name is Interrobang, and I'll be taking you through these entire matches. We have a spirited contest today between teams Fatal and Tag and Bag. As you can see, Team Blue is going to be Tag and Bag. You see the TAB on the orange team on the right side of your screen. That FL stands for Fatal. Blue still rocking the old tag when they were known as Fatal Tactics. So if you hear me refer to them as Fatal Tactics, it's the name they went with up until a couple days ago. But now we see that they have changed it to just Fatal. We look like both teams are ready, so we're going to be starting. Map number 1 is going to be on Skyscraper. These are standard ESL rules, 3 minutes per attack round, or defense round, technically, depending on who you're cheering for. You can't play the same site twice. If you successfully defend it, you have to go to another before you can go back to the old one. Very minimal HUD, so you don't actually see when you've downed or injured anybody. So, we are about to go here. On game number 1, Skyscraper is going to be the first match of the day, and they will definitely be playing on Chalet for game number 2. The question is, if they need a tiebreaker, they will then go to Coastline for the final map. There is a 3-minute delay, if anybody is curious, and that's just simply so that there's no stream sniping going on, just in case any of the combatants want to watch what they are doing in the background to see some plays, miscues, that sort of thing, or even potentially inflate our viewership numbers. So to the hero of Canton and Corin both say there's no sound. That is correct. Sound was indeed muted. Starting out on defense will be Fatal. They will go with Barbecue and Kitchen, which is an interesting first round. Typically on Skyscraper, we would see people decide to go upstairs, as it is usually the safer bet in Karaoke and Tea Room. Not this time.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I've been told in the preliminary talks before this began that Fatal was going to be trying out some new strategies today. So we're about to see it here. Just getting some information out to some of the different teams here. We see a rotation hole between A and B. Expert looking to get outside and get one camera up before rebarricading that door. Interesting to see that they have left that one wall unsecured, and a rotation hole as well in stock/pantry leading to the bottom of the stairs there. For the teams, your rosters here: 2 Valiant, Anti-Thunder, Chad the Dude, Crypto, and Silent. This is going to be Crypto's first match in the Siege Contender Series. And for the defenders, Expert, Blue, Tiki, Wonder, and Vibes. No Rogue this time around. He no longer plays for the team. So Tiki, a former member of the team, is in substituting. Corin, who played the last match for Tag and Bag, is subbed out in favor of Crypto. We're going to see a very early breach here, leading right into the kitchen at B site with just under 40 seconds into the round. You see them all hanging there as Anti-Thunder doing a little bit of work on the walls to open that up and give his team a bit better view. Some bullet penetration for him as he hangs delicately by the new open hatch. For the attackers, we will see a Glass, an Ash, a Blackbeard, a Thatcher, and a Thermite to round out their composition. On defense, a Smoke, a Valkyrie, a Bandit, a Jaeger, and a Rook. No Mira. Not necessarily vital on this push and on this site. We now wait. It looks like there might be a Geisha take. Now, keep in mind, they've already used one of those Thermite exothermic charges, so there's only one left, which will be needed to get them into Geisha, unless they decide to go through that window there. But that hatch does stand in the way, so they will need to be smart about the remaining hatch available for them. Vibes sits and waits for some contact here as 2 Valiant takes a couple shots inside of the terrace. Vibes will sit in drum and just wait. They will Thatcher that, but at the moment there are no bandit charges by the wall in Geisha, and Silent Tab will now work on the Geisha room. The first kill of the game will go to Vibes as he takes Chad the Dude down just outside of Geisha itself. We'll ride alongside Vibes as Anti-Thunder eliminates Vibes' teammate in Tiki. That'll put them at 4 each with just a minute to go in the round. Using that Valkyrie camera, Vibes will spot 2 Valiant, but unfortunately not able to take him down. Vibes himself will get injured in drum and now will wait patiently for a teammate to get him. He'll get pushed, though, by 2 Valiant as Silent Tab falls for his team. That'll be a trade there. Anti-Thunder going down to Wonder, and that will be an even. I was going to say pretty close to even, but with Wonder and Blue's 2 quick kills, that'll leave just 2 Valiant. The only one left for Tag and Bag. 35 seconds remaining. Now, he will need to pick up the diffuser. He'll catch Wonder, try to vault his way through, and taking Smoke out will be huge because that is that area denial loss. Now, he does have 20 seconds on the clock. That means that he will either need to grab that bomb or take out both of the remaining defenders. Expert will sit upstairs and watch the bomb while Blue waits patiently just off-site. Expert now drops to the bottom. Blue upstairs. My apologies there. I confused their names. They see each other through the wall. 2 Valiant spots him. He's going to need to flush him out as Blue drops. He'll get the diffuser, but the clock will tick its way down, and time will be his #1 enemy as the defenders take #1. Expert grabbing the kill on 2 Valiant just as he drops down the hatch in the dying seconds. Fatal winning round #1 on defense here on Skyscraper. Just wanted to say hi to some of the people who are currently watching on the Siege Contender Series channel. The hero of Canton, Corin216. Corin, who does play for Tag and Bag. We have Power Renegade representing Powerhouse. Zach Attack 31799 as well. So welcome to all of you tuning in. Thank you so much. We hope that you enjoy the broadcast. As you can see, a bit more of a traditional placement here for Tag and Bag. They will go upstairs to the karaoke and tea room.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
That was a bold strategy there that was employed by Fatal. It did pay off, however, as they were victorious, and now they will be given probably the easier of the two to defend as their next defense. That will surely benefit them. Gambling on a successful D. Like I said, it did pay off. We will see an Echo get pulled out here by Anti-Thunder. Excellent on this bomb site, particularly useful on karaoke and tea room. For the attackers, very similar to the composition that was employed by Tag and Bag, except we see no Glass at Twitch instead, and no Thermite at Hibana. No Thatcher a Sledge. So I was wrong. Technically, it was actually only 2. The duplicates were just Ash and Blackbeard for the attackers.
Attackers heading out to defuse a bomb.
They have reinforced the walls completely by B and by A. They've opened up a nice set of tunnels between the two, and we will see right now everybody remotely close to the site. Chad the Dude now runs off of the objectives and looks like he will finally fulfill the role of roamer for Tag and Bag here. See a push. It looks like it's going to be Geisha Room with Tiki and Vibes just outside of office there. They'll go and make some quick work of the window and will drone their way in to make sure that it is a secure entry point for their team. Blue waits patiently to open up that doorway, or open up that wall, rather. Crypto will spot the drone and get shot at through the wall. He knows that there are the opposing teammates, or the opposing team nearby, none of his own teammates. Will he spot Vibes? He will. He'll get a couple shots on Vibes and do a little bit of damage. He'll get droned out, though, and in a panic, he will need to move. You can see he already has that new Mother Charm on his gun, proudly displaying it. Congratulations on your challenge and achievement today. Crypto will get droned out again and need to move. He'll take Vibes down, though, as I just moved the camera at the worst possible time possible. My apologies there. Crypto sustaining heavy damage, though. He'll spy Expert's gun through the wall. He'll break that Blackbeard shield. Blackbeard will need to rotate. Expert will push back and put on another one of his shields. He'll take some significant damage there through the doorway to B. Hit by the yokai, a bit disoriented. Anti-Thunder, great positioning there, takes Wonder down. With Expert being low on health, this is surely going to benefit the defenders at the moment, with only Crypto being the one that has sustained any real damage. He sees Tiki from above, and it does appear that we might have a yokai glitch with our sound. Appears that it's fixed now. Crypto, with that last sliver of health, unfortunately unable to win a fight against Tiki. And Tiki takes a couple bullets. He will take Crypto down. Tiki himself, though, with that damage, unable to win a fight against Chad the Dude. And that will be all she wrote for Chad. Blackbeard down to outside. A smoke canister will go off to take him to try and eliminate him, but he'll slowly crawl his way around. That will force Blue to come pick him up. With 30 seconds in the round, the defense looks relatively solid here. We have Anti-Thunder and Silent anchoring both sites. We'll see another canister go down to deny that push through the window of B, and we are going to need to see them have to find their way into the rooms through one of the remaining holes in the walls. Blue eliminating 2 Valiant. That will be 2 to 3. But just as Blue runs in front, Expert with the team kill. That's not what you want to see for your team. Expert, once again, a second kill. That will be a double kill, even though one was his teammate, taking Silent down. But Chad the Dude punishes Expert immediately, and we will see a 1-1 draw as we move on to round number 3. Tag and Bag taking round 2. Karaoke and Tea Room appears to be on the docket for Fatal. They'll run an Echo themselves with a Rook, a Jaeger, a Bandit, and a Valkyrie to round out the composition. On attack, we just need a Glaz, and we will see a mirror comp for Tag and Bag. And there you go. Just like that, Glaz, Ash, Blackbeard, Thatcher, and Thermite. Same as round number 1. Fatal will try to do as well this time around on defense as they did in round number 1. Interesting to see if they change anything about the compositions at the moment. Expert will open a hole up there and throw a Valkyrie cam down. That means that there will be no full reinforcement on that wall, just to leave it open for them to see. Impact grenades going into the middle, some crawl holes and some rotation holes. No reinforced walls on the back. Interesting to see where Wonder is going to lie down as well.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers recovered the bomb. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
All of Tag and Bag will now spawn on the helipad there and start to work their way towards rappelling up the walls in hopes of making a quick push on B and A. Wonder doing some finishing touches here as Chad the Dude will establish himself on the perch above and just try to give a good sight into the buildings. Contact already as 2 Valiant gets taken down by Blue. That is a quick pick for the defense. That'll put a bit of a slow on the attacker's first attempt to get inside of the building. One of the issues you can see right now, Chad the Dude all on his own at the moment. Finding his way over to his teammate Crypto. The only one danger of Glaz is being the last man standing and being a mile away from the objectives. Of course, you don't see that very much with teams that are coordinated in this set of circumstances. Anti-Thunder will use some of his precious ammunitions to open up those walls. Got himself a good angle inside. Wonder, toggling his yokai, can get a good sight on Anti-Thunder there, hanging just outside of the window of bomb site B. Blue will hop outside to try and get a pick. He sees Anti-Thunder. He'll break the shield, but he'll need to get back in as he gets detected and gives his position away to everybody on the enemy team. Chad the Dude trying to secure a kill here. Can't get it done. They'll try to open that wall. See some drone action. Wonder so close to being spotted by Glaz. That ADS will eat 1 smoke grenade, 2 smoke grenade. Will it eat a 3rd? It will not. That 3rd grenade will go off, and he's going to try to work his way in. Of course, that DMR's sight is able to see through smoke. Crypto will eliminate Vibes from play. Good position now for Glaz as he is inside of A, and if he has the bomb, he could get a plant off now. Waiting to see Expert come around the corner. He will punish him as he works his way around the edge, and you can hear the plant going down. With Wonder being that 3 armor, very easy for Glaz to nail him, and will do just that. That'll take Echo down. He'll still be able to see through that yokai drone. You can hear the diffuser going off as both Silent and Chad sit on top of it, and that will leave just Blue and Tiki as the remaining 2 for Fatal. That quick shot by Chad will take Blue down, but not out. Tiki will punish Anti-Thunder, and we have a 2-2 game at the moment. Tiki inching his way up. We'll be able to get a pick there on Chad the Dude. It's just him and Silent left. That diffuser, they are running out of time. He will need to get in there. He just needs to kill the Thermite, and he won't be able to do it. He gets him down, but not out, and Chad the Dude, will hang on despite being downed. Or, sorry, Silent will hang on. Chad the Dude will get the kill finally on Blue as Blue bleeds out at the end, and that is Tag and Bag's round number 3. Great round. We will see Tag and Bag now head to Barbecue and Kitchen, as they won previously on their defense. Above. Fatal Tactics did a much better job of defending this site than they did of defending above, so it will be very cool to see if they're able to do a much better push on this. Now, typically, if you are good at defending a site, you have strategies to also take that site. That's the idea, at least. They've already blown, now you can see they've already blown the hole up top into Geisha. Last time around, what we saw from both teams was that they reinforced this hatch. Instead, what it looks like Crypto is doing is he is going to be sitting up top and guarding it. As I talked about in a previous broadcast, being able to take Geisha Room is vital for the attackers to be able to take a quick push on the site. This wall right here, usually your first entryway point in. Above, if they can hold down Geisha and eliminate one of the roamers, and hopefully pin the rest down on site, it becomes a lot easier for you to be able to react to the situation as you make your push happen. We see none spawn helipad this time. Lots of gunfire exchanged on the south side of the building as a Claymore goes down there. Prevent the runouts there from Blue. Blue himself doing a lot of runouts last round, so no surprise that he would run a Claymore this time. Wonder will spray open the window inside of Geisha, and they run double breachers, which is great for this site because it does give them that utility and ability to be a bit more free with what they decide to blow up. Crypto still holding that room from above, and Too Valiant will take Tiki down. Expert will punish Crypto, and that will be it for the room. Geisha now free and clear for them to start their push. They will get some valuable sight here on Too Valiant, and they'll trap her down. Too Valiant, a man on a mission now, aware that he's getting droned out by Blue. He will need to try and get himself to safety. Sees Vibes through the stockade, but Vibes with a better shot than Too Valiant had. It's 4-3 in favor of Fatal at the moment by numbers left alive. They have secured Geisha Room and will now look to try to drop down to B and get a bomb off. I was guaranteed, like I said earlier, I was guaranteed by Fatal that we would see some unconventional spots for them to plant bombs. I do hope we see that. So far, it's been relatively routine for their team, though. Nobody else upstairs. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the round. They will need to do a bit of droning work to ensure that there's nobody down there for when they drop. We'll take a look and see exactly what awaits them when they do fall. Chad the Dude sitting inside of that pantry. He'll blow open the wall with an ash charge that'll cause Silent to have to back up. And wait. Blue will drone Chad down, and he's going to need to move to try and keep himself alive. Thermite will get the wall just outside of Kitchen. And that gives him 2 entryway points now. 35 seconds. We will hear a smoke grenade go down. That's a perfect time for it. 2 remaining for him. All the defenders need to do is practice patience. The final 10 seconds is when we will see this push happen. Wonder hops over the window and severely damages Silent. He's just waiting. He thought he got him down because remember, there are no pop-ups there in regards to your HUD, so he thought he got him. He did not. Vibes takes Anti-Thunder down. The last smoke grenade will go for Silent, but Vibes will eliminate him as well, and Vibes only 1 left. An enormous end of the round for Vibes. That is 3 very fast kills for him to give his team the victory on attack. You don't need to plant that diffuser if you kill all of your opponents. Vibes taking that advice to heart. We have an even game at 2 apiece, moving into round number 5. Thank you so much to Thorax, who is now tuning in as well. He says that I have the sexiest voice ever. I don't know if that's true, but thank you so much. Those are nice words that I don't deserve. Tag and Bag running a mirror comp every single round. This is their 3rd round in a row where they'll be running that Glaz, Ash, Blackbeard, Thatcher, and Thermite.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
And being successful on their first round defense of Barbecue and Kitchen, we see Fatal go back to it. A lot stronger of a hold than we saw them on Above when they took Karaoke and Tea Room. That was a really big round by Vibes there, though, to be able to give his team that win. A really well orchestrated push by Fatal Tactics was the big difference maker there on round number 4. You see 2 Valiant has stashed his drone in A as well.
5 seconds to insertion.
It's just floating around. Nobody has discovered it just yet.
Attackers have recovered
But unfortunately, it will just sit there and we'll need to seek cover, and 2 Valiant will come back and tuck it away quite nicely. Expert off of sight. Wonder will rotate back into that pantry and sit by B. From above, no one in Geisha at the moment. Tiki and Blue both from above. It looks like Tiki and Vibes. This is a very roam heavy composition at the moment. Every single person is off site except for Wonder. Tiki sets up by the drums. Vibes inside the tea room. That wall will get blown very quickly by B. Andy Thunder doing what he does best, hanging or rappelling from the roof, shooting into the open laneways. Wonder just on the other side of that box. Unfortunately, they are unable to see each other. Maybe SMG-11 smoke go off there. They're going to try to open some walls up here. Blue dives outside and rushes back in after not getting anything with it. Let's take a look at what Chad is now doing. He will find his way up to the second floor balcony. So close to seeing Vibes' Jaeger through that wall, but unfortunately for him, unable to get the shots that he needed to. Just over a minute and a half done in this match. Once again, Vibes on the other side of that wall will get opened up by Glaz. Glaz not being picked as highly anymore, not since his nerfs to his damage, not able to drop opponents in 2 hits as reliably as before. Now sometimes needing 3 to 4 hits depending on your distance, whether you're running a suppressor and how far away they are, and where you hit them on the body. You will hear Vibes go off here, and he'll take Crypto down. Chad will try and peek him around the corner, though Vibes will dive down to the stairs. He does have the benefit of that railing protecting him there. And 2 Fatal members dying in very quick order. Wonder and Vibes being picked off by Anti-Thunder and 2 Valiant. Anti-Thunder with a second kill, this time on Blue. That'll leave just Tiki and Expert. Anti-Thunder with a triple kill, taking Expert down. And that is Tiki left all alone for his team. You hear some smoke go off. He sees the Glaz. And with 2 Valiant firing through him, Tiki unable to get the shots he needs. And as he tries to jump over that counter, Chad the Dude will pick up his first kill of the round by taking Tiki down. That'll be Tag and Bags round. They will take it. Put themselves up 3-2. While we are in between rounds, I will flash the scoreboard for you just so you can see exactly what's going on. Excellent play so far, and one thing too that's been really notable is we've played 5 rounds right now, and there's been between 3 to 5 deaths. So it's been extremely close every time around. Nobody likes to see a blowout, but whether they are close games or not, it's nice to see that there's an even spread right now among kills. At the moment, Wonder is being carried heavily on his team, while Crypto and Silent bring up the rear on theirs. We see for Tag and Bag, they will go on to the second story, defending Karaoke and Tea Room. Really only 2 viable sites for Skyscraper. So it's not unusual to see the same 2 get played over and over again. Last time I actually showcasted Tag and Bag, they played on Skyscraper against Night Force and were victorious.
5 seconds left.
They lost Coastline, but played quite well on Skyscraper, and they were prepared for it, and Bank as well.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
For the defenders, we see a Castle get his first pick of the game, and for the attackers, we also see Buck appear. This is the premiere of the Canadian attacker. They'll castle the dudes just off-site, lay down their razor wire and some ADS. Nope, just replacing the razor wire. You can see the Fatal has already found their way up top and are going to try to pressure through Geisha. Much easier to push through Geisha than it is to push through the doorway over yonder. And they will get a small Hibana hatch into Geisha. Now, the only thing that is defending Geisha at the moment is that Echo drone. Or rather, that is not an Echo drone. It's showing up as an Echo drone, but it's actually just a normal drone. Expert getting kill number 1 of round number 6.
A bomb has been located.
That'll be a kill just outside of Geisha here. Good position for that Yokai to sit and wait as we are now a minute into the round. Anti-Thunder misses that drone. Chad the Dude sitting off site. He has played Castle in previous matches, so it's not a complete surprise to see him pull him out this time. Expert trying to pick Silent down, and with some choice shots will get him down but not out. He's injured just behind B. Vibes looking to do the follow-up, but taking damage as he pushes to the doors of Geisha. They managed to get that hatch open, though, and I'm not sure if they saw Too Valiant. They do at the last second. Vibes, unfortunate for him. Not able to secure the kill. Wonder takes Too Valiant down, though, right after to avenge his teammate. And at the moment, we are sitting at 4-3 for numbers in favor of Fatal. Chad the Dude eliminating Wonder there, and that is an even 3 at the moment. You hear that suppressed MP5 of Echo going off with 50 seconds remaining. Now, this is a very attack-friendly Echo, instead of sitting and just waiting on his Yokai until the dying minutes of the round. All the attackers sitting in similar situations, and as Blue dives through the window, Anti-Thunder takes him down. That is the 2 Japanese operators fighting against one another. Chad will take Tiki down, and that will leave just Expert as the lone survivor. Outwit, outplay, outlast, as Jeff Probst would say on the very popular 2000s reality TV series. He needs to grab that diffuser and get a plant off, or he needs to eliminate both. Silent. Or sorry, 3 rather. I was trying to count and I missed the action. Chad the Dude eliminating Expert from play to secure his team the round, and that will be by a score of 3 alive to 0. A victory for Tag and Bag, and that will push them within 1 of winning here on Skyscraper in the first match of our Siege Contender Series final day. Power Heist TV says, let's take it, Fatal, my boys. Great to see you here, Heist. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, are we going to see Crypto play Ash? We will, and for every single round so far, Tag and Bag has played the same 5 operators. And they haven't even switched operators between each other. They're still sticking with it. For the defenders, though, we see an Echo, a Valkyrie, a Bandit, a Rook, and a Jaeger. No smoke for them. They will have Echo hopefully fulfill that role of denying a plant. And they will go upstairs. Fatal's only time defending this round was unsuccessful, so they're hoping to have a better time this time around than they did in round number 3. Round number 5, they went back down to the kitchen, and despite winning it on round number 1, weren't able to do it successfully. If Fatal is unable to win this round, that will be it for game number 1, and we will move on to Chalet for game number 2. If they hold, then they live to see another day. Fatal right now are actually sitting as the number 1 team in the league. Their position is relatively safe. So for them, this is really just a formality. They will get number 1 overall in the Siege Contender Series when the playoffs do begin. That almost definitely guarantees them a bye. As for Tag and Bag, if Tag and Bag is able to win this series, and they still have to play one more match against Powerhouse Gaming, if they win this series and beat Powerhouse Gaming, and or Powerhouse Gaming forfeits, then Tag and Bag will move up to 4th in the tournament, just behind I Can't Sleep and Team Questionable. So for Tag and Bag, this is an absolute must-win if they want to see themselves move up in the standings. Blue is sitting inside of Geisha by an ADS and some bandit charges. That is quite a lot of reinforcements for him. Just on the other side of that wall, Anti-Thunder and Chad the Dude wait. You do hear a Thatcher grenade go off, and with that bandit charge going bye-bye, that means Blue will move. He falls down the hole there to Bandit, and as he sees Tiki, he bids him adieu, as he would since he is Rook, and he is French, and he moves into the pantry now for his team. Too Valiant, Silent, and Chad the Dude just still sitting outside of Geisha. Giving his team a bit more of leeway opening up those walls and allowing for a bit of counterplay to try and flush out the defenders there. Now, this wall unsecured by B is very interesting for them. What they have Echo lying on the other side of it, and Chad will do everything in his power to ensure it is wide open. Blue will get kill number 1, coming 1 minute and 40 seconds into this round as he takes Silent Tab out of action, or Silent out of action. They will smoke as their push begins. Wonder will take Crypto down, and that is a good position right now for Fatal as they look to keep their chances alive here on Skyscraper. Anti-Thunder will get the first kill for his team this round. Expert takes Chad the Dude out. A Valkyrie is able to outsnipe a Glaz. That is not how it's supposed to go. That will leave just Anti-Thunder and 2 Valiant alive for Tag and Bag. And I spoke too soon as 2 Valiant immediately gets dropped by Blue. Blue almost gets a second shot this time around on Anti-Thunder as he is the lone member of his team. Blue simply waiting, knowing that Anti-Thunder will now need to jump in. That diffuser is down. Blue will jump across the window and just staying within sight of Blackbeard, able to push him with Rook's SMG. That will be Blackbeard falling and giving Fatal 1 round that they needed desperately to keep playing in this fight. They are sitting at a 4-3 disadvantage at the moment. Tag and Bag still within 1 of taking Skyscraper and taking match number 1. The hero of Canton says Ash getting Yokai is the buff Ash needs. I don't know why it was showing up incorrectly on my screen. It had the icon for a Yokai, but it was actually Ash's drone. I'd be very curious to see how a Yokai drone would work on attack. A drone that could stick to ceilings for the attackers. I mean, technically you have the Twitch drone, which has its uses, but it's still different. Tag and Bag will go downstairs in what they hope is going to be the final round of this match. If not, we get to go to overtime and get to see at least 2 to 3 more exciting rounds after that. For the defenders here, basically what they've been running all along. We haven't seen a lot of Mira play, if we've even seen a Mira at all, actually, on defense. Smoke, Valkyrie, Rook, Jaeger, and Bandit will round out Tag and Bag's team. And then on attack, we have Buck, Blackbeard, Thatcher, Ibana, and Ash. Buck being played by Wonder again. Tiki has been fulfilling that role of Thatcher quite well for his team. Just as they push up, I will flash the scoreboard for you here. Chad the Dude, current top fragger in the game by a score of 9-1-4, but Blue doing great for his team at 8-0-4. He took Vibes' team leading frags away from him. And Wonder, who was getting carried, has drawn even with Tiki. Crypto and Silent now still sitting at 2 kills apiece for Tag and Bag.
Bomb located by attackers.
Some early contact between Expert here and Anti-Thunder as they fight over kitchen supremacy. I really wish people would take out the radios so we didn't need to listen to those smooth jams. Wonder and Tiki position themselves by the kitchen door. They take out the Valkyrie cam, and it does look like it will be a strong kitchen push as all of the attackers huddle around it, ready to break in at a moment's notice. Now, they did say that they were going to see some interesting strategies, so I wonder if this is going to be what they were talking about. 90 seconds into the round, 90 seconds still to play. Buck able to break walls with ease with his skeleton key, but he will instead do that with his skeleton, with his rifle in general. Vibes will need to reload here as they take a breather. 1:10 on the clock. Fatal needs to play this perfectly, and unfortunately for them, Perfect is not losing 2 in quick order. Tiki and Wonder dying means that it is going to be a -2 for Fatal at the moment. They are going to fight down 2 men and need to close that gap in order to not go to Chalet down 1 in this series. They only have 45 seconds to make it happen.
Seconds to drop the
Two
bomb.
Valiant eliminates Blue, and that just leaves Expert and Vibes. That's top fragger down for Fatal. We're going to need to see some strong carry work here, and unfortunately, Vibes is unable to do what he needs to do. Two Valiant takes Vibes down. That's his second kill of the round, and that will leave just Expert as we ride along Valiant. He'll peek outside. Chad gets taken down by Expert, but are we going to see him re-peek? We will. But a Blackbeard with able to hold that angle punishes Two Valiant. He needs to grab that diffuser and move fast. 15 seconds on the clock. He does see Anti-Thunder, and we wait to see what he's going to be able to do. Moves so slowly, 8 seconds, 7 seconds with his deagle out. He surely knows that this is over. And I don't want to speak too soon, but Silent taking Expert down and out, deleting him and his team from Skyscraper, and by a score of 5-3, Tag and Bag takes match number 1. We will take a quick 1 to 2 minute break here. And then we move to Chalet for game number 2. The scoreboard for everybody watching, just so you can see exactly what took place. Chad the Dude remains top fragger at the end of the game by a score of 10, 1, and 4. Trying to see here if they want to start right away. Tag, we're just waiting to see if Tag and Bag is ready or if they took a little bit of a breather. They will need to switch sides. The screen is going to pause for just a second here. You might see it hang up as I Alt-Tab out. All right, it looks like Fatal might be ready after a short delay here of just 1 minute and 30 seconds. I asked them if we wanted to do a 1 minute break. They said no, and it's still taking a minute anyway. We'll see some switch sides here, and because of the way that this game works, they just need to orchestrate themselves and trade sides. Tag and Bag will defend first on Chalet. Now, like I said, Fatal is going to maintain their lead as the overall team, just ahead of Questionable by 1 win, whether they win or lose. It doesn't matter what happens, they are locked into first place. So like I said, it is basically a formality for them. They just play out the final game. And it looks like we are all ready. With that said, both team captains have expressed that their teams are beginning the match in the best of spirits, and we will start game number 2. We're going to be playing here on Chalet, located somewhere in France. As stated on defense, Tag and Bag beginning. They will go downstairs into Wine Cellar and Snowmobile Garage. Now, 2 good spots similar to Skyscraper here on Chalet. You can either see the kitchen and the trophy room, or you can see Wine Cellar and Snowmobile Garage. Teams will quarrel back and forth as to which one is the easier to defend and which one is preferable for round number 1 versus round number 2. In a case such as this, we do see that they are preferring to go into the basement. Technically, it's not a basement. It would actually be the first floor. Chad the Dude sees Wonder's drone right off the bat after opening that up. Now, if you're wondering why teams do this, I know that most of the people who are watching have played this game plenty of times, but if you're wondering why they do this, it's because it makes it easier for them to hear the thermite charge getting placed. By breaking these walls, it provides better audio cues for the defenders. What is very common in this game is called bandit tricking. Essentially what bandit tricking is Chad the Dude, who is playing as Bandit, has these little batteries that he can put down on the walls. You see that there's 2 walls there. There's that little seam in the middle. He's able to put batteries down there and prevent the charges from going off. So when Thermite would come in and put his charge down, Bandit is able to then hit it and immediately break it with the electricity from his batteries. In this case, though, it will be a Hibana, so it's going to be more, a little bit more work for him to try and ensure that he gets the Hibana charges. Because if they do it across both, there's a chance that both Hibana charges could, or some Hibana charges could go off. Expert will get down as he pushes in immediately by Crypto, but Crypto getting Tiki, so he's got 1 down and now a kill as well. That is a carrier denied too, from Crypto's perspective. He'll see Blue and try to take him out of the fight. He'll push up and eliminate Expert. This is a great hold here from Crypto, dispatched to the main garage. Vibes will get eliminated by 2 Valiant, and Blue just sits outside. Crypto knows at least 1 person is there. He doesn't check his corners, though, and Wonder punishes him as he runs through the trench and into the basement hallway. Knows that there is at least 1 above. He will be on a collision course here with Chad the Dude. He spies Chad the Dude, but will miss every single shot, and Chad the Dude loses no life. What makes it look easy by taking Wonder out. The only one left is Blue, and Chad takes the wrong time for him to drop. Inopportune, and Blue will delete him. That'll leave just Blue against 3 of Tag and Bag. Very calm as Blue works his way methodically through the outside and pushes in to the stairs with a minute left. He'll opt instead to try to go through main garage. He sees the legs of 2 Valiant there and will try to get him behind the container, but 2 Valiant just a little bit quicker on the draw. Blue, despite his best efforts, can't keep his team in it. Round number 1 will go to Tag and Bag here on Chalet. If anybody is curious, I will explain my thought process there. I was speaking very little when only Blue was left to try and let the scene breathe, so to speak. And when I say that, I mean as in, it's a bit of a high tense or high pressure situation. Blue has a finite amount of time to try and discover not only where the defenders are, but successfully eliminate them from the match. That's a tough order. And I wanted to ensure that we could hear what he was hearing to give us a better perspective on exactly what he was going through. I hope it's not mistaken for dullness. I was certainly watching everything that was going on, but I digress. On defense, we see a Mira appear for the first time in either of these matches, alongside of a Smoke, both of the GSG-9s in Bandit and Jaeger, and then Valkyrie. Valkyrie getting played in every single round thus far. On attack, we see that Chad is now moved to Blackbeard instead of Anti-Thunder. Anti-Thunder running Montaigne this time. We will see Silent take up a Hibana instead of Thermite, and then Ash and Sledge will round out the team. No Thatcher, so Sledge instead. A double mirror strategy here from Blue into this lobby room from Trophy, West Trophy. One thing that Wonder enjoys doing is camping out in Trophy Room just behind the bomb and giving himself a tiny pixel peek right here by the window. It allows him to basically be invincible. You can still hit him, but it's very difficult, and especially through a tiny little slat in the window like that. You see him, though, using the camera of Expert, as Vibes will take Anti-Thunder down in the first minute of play. And Chad the Dude avenging him by taking Vibes out. That will be 1 apiece. And we'll just tick down towards halfway through the first round. Tag and Bag has made it inside, but it does look to be a slow push. 2 Valiant and Crypto sitting upstairs inside of the bedroom, and then Chad the Dude sitting by library. 2 Valiant obviously watching our broadcast and hearing that I don't like the fact that there's lots of external audio. He will take those down and miss his hammer on the ground. Very tricky. Those floors move very fast. It's hard to always hit them. Operation Health, am I right? Expert sits downstairs to see if anybody is going to be pushing through that main garage. The patience will not be rewarded as nobody will come to him, and eventually he will need to rotate back to that site. Wonder sits just above, inside of the trophy room itself, just underneath the window, looking to see if he can see anything through those hatches or slats in the ground that Sledge is making. That Sledge is just going to keep slamming away and going for hammers per minute with relative impunity. And if it comes down to this, Chad the Dude trying to battle Wonder, the real question is how fast that SMG-11 going to be able to take that shield down for Blackbeard. Tag and Bag seem rudderless at the moment. They have 30 seconds to make this push, and 2 Valiant from above will throw a frag grenade down. They're going to try to open up a little hole here from Wonder to try and get sights through to see that when somebody drops, they won't miss them. Tiki taking Crypto out, and with only 10 seconds remaining, here's when the action starts. 2 Valiant dropping Wonder, Blue dropping 2 Valiant. Chad the Dude will need to make his team... will have to make his team proud, but unfortunately, just a bit of disappointment. Expert and Tiki grabbing kills 5, 4, and 5. And we will be even at 1 apiece. The mirror strategy was gutsy, unfortunately. Unfortunately for Tag and Bag, they weren't prepared. Sadly for Tag and Bag. I need to find more synonyms for the word unfortunately. It's the one takeaway that I have gotten from previous broadcasts and rewatching the videos. We will see a Pulse emerge from the wild for the first time in our matches today. He will sit alongside a Jaeger, a Rook, a Valk, and a Smoke. So that Pulse will take the role of Bandit. Will likely sit below and wait to see if anybody's going to be getting plants off. The number of from below C4s that I've seen here is far too many to count. And you can see the sensitivity of Blue's mouse right there as he fidget spins his way just outside of the main doors.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
For those tuning in, the first game on Skyscraper did go to Tag and Bag by a score of 5-3. This is match number 2 on Chalet. Anti-Thunder doing a great job of showing us exactly where all the Valkyrie cams are. Expert gets kill number 1 on 2 Valiant. Great for Fatal. And Vibes will take Crypto down on a nutty shot through the barricade. Doesn't have Commando Pro equipped. Can't quite hit that barricade from as far away as he would like. And he will just do some interior decorating from above. Chad the Dude sees Expert. Will he be able to get anything off of it? He's going to get the C4, but he doesn't. Expert moves at the last minute. That is unfortunate timing. Now, if Chad the Dude was running that shotgun, it would be a lot easier for him to secure that kill through the floor. Instead of pulling out his heartbeat sensor, he will just simply let it go and will move back into the kitchen. Expert just doing some work through the walls. don't know if he knows that nobody's in there or what he's exactly trying to accomplish. He's trying to see down into the floor below as Tiki does.
Clear.
Tiki just does a couple hits on the ground. Vibes will eliminate Anti-Thunder, and that will leave just Silent and Chad the Dude to contain the 5 remaining Fatal players. Wonder will push in below, and they will need to try to get on site. 55 seconds remaining in round number 3 for them here. The pushes will now come fast and furious. Silent will grab the first kill for Tag and Bag, only for Expert to eliminate Chad the Dude, and that will leave just Silent remaining. He will get into a blood sport there with Tiki and get trapped and pushed from both sides, and Vibes will do the cleanup work needed by taking Silent down. Fatal Tactics winning their second round in a row, and they will now have a lead of 2-1 on Chalet. Fatal Tactics will pull out Mira for the second time in a row, along with a Bandit, a Valkyrie, an Echo, and a Jaeger. So no smoke for them and no pulse. Obviously, they didn't like the pulse pick of Tag and Bag.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
There will be a wine cellar and garage hold down below, though. And Chad will find that first bomb very quickly. They know exactly where they're going to need to go on their push. We'll wait a moment or two here for Blue to set down those mirror windows. Let us know exactly where they're going to go. Crypto saving his drone, Anti-Thunder doing the same.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds to insertion.
For the attackers, we will see a Thatcher come back, alongside the double breach power of Hibana and Thermite, as well as an Ash and a Sledge. It's a lot of gunfire just for, that was a lot of gunfire just for one camera. They're tricky. I think this is the first time that we haven't actually seen a Blackbeard in a number of rounds. Too Valiant looking for that Valkyrie cam that we do know is outside, and just like that, they are into the garage. They'll blow that garage and just head for the hills. The Yokai will sit and watch. And it actually looks like it might have glitched. Either that or my camera is not showing that there's actually a way through. It certainly does look like it glitched. In that case, if that is true, we will need a rehost.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recover the diffuser.
Might not get a rehost here. The Thermite did indeed glitch, so... But Tag and Bag say that they will play through it, so that's exactly what we are going to do. We are going to pretend that it did not glitch and that there is the way for them to get in. Vibes taking Chad the Dude down. Very unfortunate for Tag and Bag that this would happen this way, but sometimes you get a bit of inconsistencies with these different charges. Vibes will now take Anti-Thunder down. It's a good run here from Vibes. You can see Too Valiant and Blue are down as well. Silent, a nice double kill.
I'm here, buddy. Relax.
And right as Silent tries to get him up, Vibes punishes Too Valiant. Now Silent just needs to peek a touch, and he will. He'll get the out peek on Vibes there. Silent with 3 kills on the round so far. And is he going to be able to take Crypto, or is Crypto going to be able to get a kill to avenge his teammate? Silent gets taken down himself just a few seconds earlier. Final 30 seconds. Crypto, a dead man, or in this case, a dead lady walking. Tries to get inside of that main garage and gets caught in the crossfire of Expert, as well as Tiki. Be Fatal Tactics taking round number 4. A round that could have gone a different way if Tag and Bag had have asked for a rehost. Their push through the garage by Thermite thwarted by the inconsistency of his gadget. E2 Delectric asks who won the first map. The first map was won by Tag and Bag by a score of 5-3.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Camera feed up and running. Pass those plates around.
They will go to the main floor on defense for Tag and Bag, looking to try and halt Fatal Tactics' momentum. Tag and Bag did win the first round. Since then, it has been all Fatal Tactics in commanding fashion. Doing a great job there. Circumstances, unfortunately, favoring Fatal Tactics that last round for Tag and Bag, or in the Tag and Bag's perspective. Thwarted by a bad Thermite charge. The show must go on. They did not ask for a rehost, and as such, we will play on as if it went exactly as it was planned to do so.
5 seconds to go.
Deploying ADS.
Attackers recovered.
In place of a bandit once again, Chad will run a pulse. I want to see if he is running the ump or if he is running the shotgun here. The ump 45. So there you go. Pulse's job is primarily recon. He will just scout out the enemy, try to find where they are within, I believe it's 9 meters of that heartbeat sensor. Basically the closest thing that they are going to get to those outlines through the wall other than Caveira's ability, but no Caveira being played just yet. Just like take a second here and thank the 16 viewers that we have at the moment. That is 5 more than we had at any point the last time that I hosted a match on here, so thank you very much. Don't forget to follow this channel. The playoffs will be starting in the next couple days, and we are very excited to bring that to you as 5 to 6 teams will compete for glory and for honor and ultimate supremacy in the Siege Contender Series. Chad the Dude C4 gets nothing through the ground there. That's the second time in a row that he's missed it. Now, 2 Valiant's first death is to, or the first death of the round goes to 2 Valiant at the hands of Expert. That Blackbeard play has been very strong from Expert so far all game. And as I say that, Expert takes a whole lot of gunfire and now will pull himself out of that situation and go onto the balcony on top of the 2nd floor. Vibes in the same position that he was in last push that they made on attack here. They'll break up some of the floor to try and get a view into kitchen. Chad the Dude is just sitting underneath it. They will see one another and exchange gunfire. Chad the Dude getting away with relatively unscathed, but Vibes will take about 40 damage and need to pull back himself. Crypto eliminating Wonder. We're going to see a flurry of action now as we have 40 seconds to go in round number 5. All those Hibana charges will be a beautiful window inside of that trophy room. We'll now use the drone to try and scout out what is ahead of her. Expert will take Crypto down. Anti-Thunder will trade, one by taking Tiki out, and that will leave a 3-3 fight with 20 seconds left in this round. All the defense needs to do is just sit and wait. They know that they have a good secure position. That Hibana unable to get through and can't just crawl through that middle position. Expert trying to fight his way through the smoke, knowing that Anti-Thunder is on the other way. He will drop one. Will he get more than that? He won't. He sees that Ash is down, and she will actually halt his movement. A fallen teammate prevents his push, and this will be a great hold for Tag and Bag, who needed the victory on this round to prevent themselves from going down 4-1 and being within 1 round of a knockout on Chalet. 3-2 is the score at the moment in favor of Fatal. You can see the scoreboard in front of you as the teams pick their operators for round number 6. Vibes right now doing the hard carry for his team. Blue, who was the top fragger of the team last round, is now down at 2. And Chad, the dude who was top fragger of the last game, now sitting at 2 and 4. We will once again see a first floor, or rather second floor technically, hold here from both kitchen and trophy room. Seen a lot of Mira play so far, which is really nice. It's a nice change of pace. We've seen Mira more than Echo now so far in Chalet. We saw a lot of Echo play last time around. We see a Mira, a Bandit, a Jaeger, a Valk, and a Mute, actually. This might be the first time... we've seen a Mute in the first 2 games. On attack, pretty similar. We see, once again, Chad is going to be playing Blackbeard, and Anti-Thunder is going to be on Montaigne, with Crypto on Ash, 2 Valiant on Sledge, and Hibana on Silent. Expert does so well playing Valkyrie. He has great camera spots and has a relatively steady hand with that MPX. And Blue has been the mirror player of the match so far as well. If there's going to be a gun that is going to rival how quick the SMG-11 can chew through somebody, it's definitely that Vector. Wonder being unhappy with the sounds of the ceramic jug, and he will destroy it. Chad the dude with just a sliver of health now. Fatal Tactics looking to win this round and put themselves in especially strong shape for the final round. What would be the final round if they do win it? Chad the dude gets spotted on the camera, but he'll pop it very quickly. The camera is still up behind Montaigne. He can see that little red glare going off. Getting spotted by the teams. By Jaeger underneath. Jaeger in very good position now for Vibes to do a run up and take out at least one member of Tag and Bag. Chad finds himself downed outside and needs to be reset by his team. A good opportunity to do that and get him back to full health. The extraordinary patience on both teams. 50 seconds remaining in the round, or just over 50 seconds remaining. Not a single casualty. We've gone over 2 minutes now without any real fire, and I might have spoken too soon as Crypto takes Tiki as the first casualty of this round. That's going to put Fatal back on their heels. They just need to hold on for dear life now. 35 seconds into the round. They'll get droned out as Wonder gets spotted by Silence Drone. Silence Drone just a little bit glitchy. He'll see that Monty, as Monty will toss a grenade in. 25 seconds left. And it all comes down to Anti-Thunder's ability to get through there, but unfortunately for him, Expert is able to see him from behind and take him down. Now Expert will rotate. Vibes eliminating Chad the Dude, only to fall to Crypto. Silent eliminating Wonder. That will leave just Expert as the lone survivor. He'll take Crypto down, and that leaves just 2 to get that plant off. You can see Silent is going to need to get that bomb down. They are getting marked as Expert stands up. The timer is at 0. That means that the diffuser is about to go down. It will give him some time to try to get inside the site and stop it, but as he tries to do so, 2 Valiant says no thanks and shuts the door on a fatal comeback. And we are now going to be even at 3 apiece as Tag and Bag takes round number 6. No Uno says, "Hi, Hawk." Great to see you here, No Uno. Thank you for tuning in. I really enjoy that Blackbeard skin. I know that that's not an unpopular opinion because it seems like everybody has it, but I really, really do like that Blackbeard skin. I think they did a great job with it. Not so hot on the Twitch skin, but really do like the Blackbeard one. Now, last round I made a comment about the Mira, but we do see an Echo getting pulled out, so I might have spoken a little too soon. As for the rest, It's what you're used to seeing. Bandit, Jaeger, Val, and Smoke. A number of operators that we have not seen played thus far today. We haven't seen a Jackal, we have not seen a Fuse, we have not seen a Tachanka, of course. No Capkin, no Frost, no Caviera, no Blitz, no IQ so far. No Capital.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Not a lot of Twitch play either. The attacks seem to all be favoring around the same. We've seen almost an Ash of Blackbeard in either Hibana or Thermite played every single round, often leaving Sledge or Thatcher or the other hard breacher of Hibana or Thermite as the other two. Vibes will shoot a Ash charge in through the drone hole there. Try to get the hatch. Will now drone through the smoke and debris stirred up.
Bomb located by
You
attackers.
see Chad the dude. I mentioned earlier bandit tricking, and you see that he's going to try to do that. Once again, shot those holes out so they can hear there. But as you can tell, there are no fatal tactics at the moment going to be trying to push this doorway. A good opportunity for them to show their muscle and plant on A. Now, I did say in match number 1 that Fatal had stated that they would be trying some new plant strats. And, well, it is unconventional to say the least for them to push from the back, or rather the north side of the chalet. We saw that here that Wonder had gotten a drop on Silent, but done no real damage as Silent played those barrels really tight and was able to take him out. Hibana will get one hatch for her team. Anti-Thunder gets spotted by Expert. Those kegs, once again, are those casks in the way and saves the life of the Echo.
Drone ready.
Too Valiant eliminates Vibes, and what was a match that was Fatal's to lose is now tightening up significantly. And Blue's drone does get stuck in purgatory there. Somehow teleports through the wall and finds itself in front of A. I don't think I've actually ever narrated a drone's movement path before, but I guess there you go. Blue sees Silent and will try to pick him through that little gap in the bomb site. Won't be able to do so at all. Once again, Silent getting away with taking no damage whatsoever. That Blackbeard gun hits like a mule to the chest, and Too Valiant finds that out the hard way as Expert claims the first casualty on behalf of Fatal. 45 seconds left. They will need to do that 4 more times if they want to take the lead back in this game. If not, it is going to be tag and bags to lose. Silent gets droned out yet again, and he is going to be a man under fire as he plays real tight with those casks. He does see Expert. He gets a couple shots on him before taking some damage himself. The Yokai drone will hit Tiki, but Expert gets the last laugh there, eliminating Silent. You do hear the drone, or you do hear the plant start to go down by Hibana, but no. From above, Chad the dude takes them out of that plant, and it is all up to Tiki right now. Tiki trying to get Blue up, but in his haste, does not see Crypto, and Crypto will put his team within 1 round of taking this series on Chalet, down by a score of 1-3. They are now holding at a 4-3 advantage and are 1 round away from victory in what might be our final match of the Siege Contender Series regular season. And this is the first time I'm seeing This Evening's name. I did not give him a shout out earlier, so thank you so much, This Evening, for tuning in. Thus far, Tag and Bag has done a good job of attacking, and will look to continue that success in order to win this and not push the game into overtime. We thought we might go to overtime on Skyscraper. We did not. We came very close. And once again, Tag and Bag by a score of 4-3 was able to win the final round and get themselves the victory. For the attackers, we will see a Buck, a Sledge, a Thatcher, a Thermite, and a Hibana. So lots of destructive power, both in soft and hard breaching on defense. Mira, Valkyrie, Bandit, Jaeger, and Smoke. Blue foregoing the Mira and will play Smoke. That puts Wonder on the Mira. See a mixed push here. We'll check the layout of Chalet from above as Vibes dangerously close to 2 tag and bag players. He will get spotted immediately by Chad the Dude's drone, and he'll need to move before getting sprayed through the window. He just narrowly evades those bullets of Thatcher's L85. Sure sounded like he got hit there, but the score says no. Chad the Dude gets spotted by Vibes, and he'll look to try to pick him off. He does significant damage to Chad, but Chad does get that headshot, and those headshots, all it takes is one. Vibes eliminated from play. Tag and bag now up by 1. They'll go back to droning. They flushed out 1 roamer. The real question for them is how many are there? You can see that Expert being below is roaming off objective. Tiki doing so as well. So 2 roamers and 2 anchors at the moment for Fatal.
Time to race him here!
I like the sledge skin too. I gotta say, I do like the sledge skin. Blue will need to be in a constant state of motion now as the entire roof above him, or the floor in the attacker's case, is being taken out brick by brick, or wood slat by wood slat rather. Chad the Dude will eliminate Expert and put his team in excellent position with only 3 more defenders to go. And knowing that there is going to be potentially a push from Garage, he will sit down a Claymore and hopefully trip up 1 of Fatal as they go to push back onto the sites. Wonder sitting, and Tiki is going to be need to be the one. He does spy Silent. He gets a couple shots on him, and he himself will now retreat. He has been called out and will get pushed here by Anti-Thunder, but dives around a corner at the last second. Wonder will get the first kill for Fatal, eliminating Chad the Dude, who only had 1 health or so. And a second kill now for Fatal as they will draw even at 3 apiece as Silent goes down. Fatal do or die. 25 seconds remaining for the defenders. They just got to hold tight. Tiki will look to get back on site. He'll take Crypto out as Valiant takes Wonder down. That's 2 now. And the Life will support Fatal with 2 Valiant very, very low. Only 10 seconds as they do get the diffuser off. Tiki did see Anti-Thunder plantings back, but he did not go for the kill. Interesting strategy there for him. He just knows that he needs to push into that kitchen as both Anti-Thunder and 2 Valiant have it locked down. The 2 SAS operators sitting and waiting, trying to stay alive as that timer ticks itself down to half. Anti-Thunder will eliminate Blue and Tiki takes Anti-Thunder down. That will leave just Tiki and 2 Valiant right now. 2 Valiant with a small bit of health. He's just going to have to wait for that Valkyrie to start getting the fuser. He'll see, or sorry, for that Bandit to get around the fuser, and Tiki will do that. Tiki gets the kill, but will he be able to defuse in time? He has no idea where it is, and time will run out. Tiki unable to get the diffuser as the time expires, and Tag and Bag by a score of 5-3 will win Chalet and win their match against Fatal on the Siege Contender Series final day. Unfortunate for him that he wasn't able to spot that diffuser. Saw it right off the bat as the diffuser was being planted by 2 Valiant. I don't think he actually saw it, though it was in his line of sight. Wasn't able to find it after that either. Good games to all those involved. Here is your scorecard. Expert leading the way for his team. 2 Valiant and Crypto trading at 7 apiece for Tag and Bag. We are now going to see if Powerhouse would like to play against Tag and Bag. If not, it will just be a friendly scrim. We'll just wait for everybody to file out of the lobby here, and we'll start another broadcast. I am going to end the broadcast, though. You can tune in again in hopefully a couple minutes. We will alert you, give us a follow, and we can go from there. But my name is Intero Bang. Thank you so much for tuning in to at least this broadcast.